Hello, my YouTube friend, Pop Comics here, and today we're going to go through a ton of amazing comic books. We have key issues, we have a bunch of eBay packages, we have some slab stuff, we have a dollar bin haul, we have a mystery bag full of comic books, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's start getting into this. Okay, first package we're going to go through. This was an eBay purchase. It was like a low bid. It's a Silver Age key issue. I figured it was worth about $500 to $600. I think the cheapest one right now in this condition or around this condition is around $500 or $600. So I thought, oh, let me bid, see if I can win it for a little bit cheaper. And the total price I ended up paying for it was $430.60, which I think is a great price. This is a series I would like to put together, so it's fun to knock out one of the key issues from the series. All right, let's open up this package. Very well packaged. It's double boxed, which is raining taste. So the outer box got slightly, a little bit wet, not like soaking, but seeing two boxes. Awesome. That's how you want to see a slab packaged. All right, let's get this open. And, yeah, a little bubble wrap inside too. Very, very good packaging. All right, let's get this open. Okay, oh, let's get out of the bag so we can see it without glare. All right. Oh, you gotta move the camera up just a teeny bit. Okay, there we go. We got Lois Lane number 70, the first Silver Age appearance of Catwoman. It's got a little bit of a mark right there. I didn't actually notice that when I was bidding on it. That's a shame, but overall it's still pretty presentable. Very nice looking copy. Anything above a 5.5 ends up, again, really expensive. So I felt like the 5.5 was right in my price range or what I could afford. But yeah, that is cool. Really happy to have that. I would like to put a full run of Lois Lane together. I do have a number 1, but my number 1 is coverless. So it's going to be really expensive to find like a 4.0 number 1. But yeah, I want to knock out some of the key issues this year and just fill in the run a little bit. I probably have 30 to 40 of the issues. I have a good like third to 40% of the collection, I think. But yeah, I need to find a lot more. Okay, really happy with that. I love that. I love the little super cat too. Or super pussycat. The Superman, I guess, is turned into a cat. Yeah, that is such a cool cover. I love it. Although, that one little crease is kind of distracting me. So I might end up having to get another one. Maybe down the road when I have a little bit more money, I'll try to upgrade that. But yeah, I'm just happy to have it. I feel like the price has come down a little bit since the Batman came out. And so it's a great time to get it. And I think I got it for a really good price. All right, awesome. Okay, I just put a little stack of comic books together. I was just looking through some of the random piles I have all over the office, and I just grabbed some of the key issues and fun things. And then there's one comic book in here, a graded comic book. It's a Golden Age key issue, and I've been eyeing it for like a year, and I'm really excited to show you guys. All right, let's go through this pile. All right, let's start with this little stack, and then I'll show you the slab after the stack. So this is all stuff I've purchased over, the last 6 months to a year maybe. And just I kind of dug through a couple different piles to pull out some more interesting things. So we have Marvel 2-in-1 number 5 featuring the Guardians of the Galaxy. Love that cover. I'm down. I know I just need a handful more to complete this run. I really have to figure out what I need. I figured a couple of these earlier ones are probably ones I needed. Marvel 2-in-1 number 7 with the Valkyrie. That one is gorgeous. Love that cover. X-Men number 21, beautiful old school X-Men comic book. It kind of homages the first issue, I guess, a little bit. I just think that's a gorgeous cover and pretty decent shape. It has like a crease right there, or maybe that's a scratch. I'm not sure if that's like a printer crease where the paper was a little bit creased when they printed or scratch, but other than that, it's actually in really nice condition. It's probably like a 5.0 maybe. Love it. That's awesome. Amazing Spider-Man number 87, nice higher grade, maybe like a 7.5. Gorgeous comic book. I love getting old Spider-Mans in great shape, especially like the blacks, just pretty black. It has a little bit of a mark right there, but other than that, it's very striking. And then if the whites are pretty bright, that is super cool. We have Teen Titans number 37, first appearance of Miss Martian. Very cool, underrated key, I think. And I got that just in a collection. I paid like 50 cents a comic book, so it's just fun to yank out a couple of key issues and then a couple more from that collection. We have Superboy 13, second appearance of King Shark. And Superboy 9, the first appearance of King Shark. So I grabbed those out of that collection. It was a, like a junky collection, but it had a few nice things. And then I believe both of these are newsstands and not direct. So these are a little bit rarer versions. So those are cool. Amazing Spider-Man 344, the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy, who becomes Venom. So that's cool. There's really beautiful Spider-Man Lee and Hugh cover. Love that. I love his artwork. I need to get a lot more of his stuff this year. Toxic Avenger #1, newsstand variant. That is cool. I love this movie when I was a kid. New Mutants Annual #2. A couple of these I think I might have got from my friend Sean last year sometime. New Mutants Annual #2, first appearance of Psylocke. That is a cool underrated key, I think. Predator #1, the first appearance of Predator in comic books. This was from a local guy he sells on the sidewalk, but he came in with a stack of comic books one day, and this was in there. So I was actually really happy to get that. Very awesome comic book, and I suspect that he was probably selling the comic books on the street for a day or two. So I'm surprised someone didn't grab that, because that's a cool key issue. Okay, let's get the slab. Okay, you guys ready? I've been eyeing this comic book for about a year and a half at the shop, and it's awesome. We have Betty and Veronica #1, a nice, awesome Archie key issue. He had it priced at $1,600 for a 6.0. I think that's a fair price. But I was just waiting. I figured if it didn't sell for a long time, 6 months to a year, I'd throw him an offer. So I went into the shop yesterday and I saw that the owner was in there, and I've known the owner for a while. So I was like, oh, hey, you've had that Betty and Veronica #1 for a while. Would you take $1,200? I threw a number at him. So he couldn't find it at first because it was in the store, but apparently they had moved it back to the basement. And so he went and he found it and he pulled it out and he's like, oh man, that is a really cool comic book. He had bought it for his personal collection for about $12.50 years ago. So he's like, can you do a little bit more? So I was like, $1,300? He's like, yeah. So he took $1,300. Awesome deal. I'm really happy to get that. That is so cool. This year, I really want to knock out a bunch of the Archie keys that are still sort of affordable. Like the first appearance of Archie is out of my range right now, unless I want like a coverless copy. But like these #1s, if I can knock out a few of these and try to work on this run a little bit, I would like to get the first like 50 to 100 issues. That would be pretty cool. Oh, wow. I am so happy to get this issue. And it looks nice. It's only slightly yellowed. It's off-white to white pages, so it's like slightly creamy, but it's not too bad, and there's no major damage or anything distracting. It has like a little bit of a scuffy look there and a little teeny bit of a crease, but overall it's very nice looking. Really happy to add that to my Archie keys. I don't have a ton, but I'm knocking them out slowly, a couple a year. All right, awesome. Happy with that. Okay, this is a key issue comic book that I've been looking for at least a year, maybe longer. I mean, for years I've wanted it, but the last year I've been really trying to get it. Everyone I find, though, is kind of beat up or overpriced. Like, I saw one at New York Comic Con last year for, I think, $400, and one of the staples was detached. So, this one was listed on eBay for $900. They listed it as a very fine minus, or a 7.5. And it looked like it was a little bit more beat up than that. So, I don't think it's a 7.5. I think it's probably somewhere between, like, a 5.5 and a 6.5. But I decided, you know what, I gave them an offer of $600 to see if they would bite. I don't know if $600 might be slightly high, because it's right around that grade where like slightly lower, the price really drops. Slightly higher, the price really jumps. And they took my offer. So, all right, so $650 shipped. Let's see if that was a good price for this comic book. All right, let's open it up. Okay, so let's, we're going to take some time looking at the condition of this book. He called it a 7.5. I don't know if it's a 7.5. I'm just really happy to have a copy in semi-decent grade. So we have Doom Patrol number 99. Wow. That is sweet. So this is the first appearance of Beast Boy. I really want to get all the Teen Titans key issues, just because I feel like they're ripe. They're really exploding in value, because all the people that grew up watching the original cartoon in the early 2000s are, you know, 20 years older, so they're probably about 30 years old. So I think a lot of those people that grew up with the Teen Titans cartoon are going to want the comic books, and I think the values, like, these are undervalued. I think the values will start going up. Okay, so I'm going to pull it out so we can look at the condition. I paid $605 total. When I open these up, I pull the tape and just put it right there. I just don't want any loose tape because we don't want accidents. Pull it out carefully. Okay, so we have a little bit of a crease right there. A little bit of creasing all over, but I feel like with a good press this would clean up pretty good. And like this crease is slightly color breaking, so it's a little bit like scuffy, and that corner has a little bit of like a dent or crease, and there's, looks like there's some kind of smudge of gunk right there that could probably clean up pretty good. Back cover looks really nice. There's like a little bit of a crease right there, and it's a little bit soiled, but I think with a good dry cleaning that would clean up. So it's not a bad looking copy. I'm actually really happy with that. Like I said, at Comic Cons, I would look at ones that lure. Maybe I found one that looked about this condition, but it was popped at one staple and he wanted $400. Other ones I looked at were like really creased up and damaged for $200. So Do you guys think it's a 7.5? I think it's probably more like a 6.5 maybe. Not 100% sure, but you know, for the price I paid, I think I'm actually really happy with this. Just because I've been trying to get one for over a year now, and I'm just really happy to get one. I would like to get a high grade one eventually, but you know, $600 is affordable. $2,000-$3,000 is not. You have to really, you know, that's a lot of money to spend on my comic book. You know, I'll end up spending that on something eventually. I haven't broken that record. I think the most I've ever spent at one time on one comic book is $1,700. And that's when I bought the Fantastic Four 48 in the collection earlier this year. Before that, direct purchase, I think it was $1,500 on the Wilbur number 5. I'll eventually be one of those people that spend $10,000 on a comic book, but I'm not going to do that yet because I can't afford that. But I'm going to work on trying to find a way that I can afford that because this is amazing. I love just getting really cool key issues. I mean, the main reason why I collect stuff is for cover, and this cover is actually pretty awesome, and I love the blue color. But it's also fun to collect the key issues and the important comic books. But the rest of the series is just as fun as this issue, so I would like to get all of these. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, this is a package from Mercari. It's 10 comic books. I paid $34.88, so like $3.40, $8.49 per comic book. This is more of a condition gamble. If any of these are very goods or better, the price kind of jumps up. If they're all like just goods or less, the price jumps down. But it was comics I wanted. I forget that price. I could get my $3 to $4 back pretty easily if I'm not happy with them. But this is going to be fun. All right, let's dig into this package. Okay, in the box, the comics are just kind of loose. But hopefully they're okay. Okay. You got them in a brick with bubble wrap. Okay, so this whole stack is Jerry Lewis comic books, which I love the Bob Oskner and I forget the other artists, but similar covers. I just think they're fun and cute and whimsical. So I want to pull a full set of these, but this is more a gamble because like this first one here, you can see is really ratty. It's probably only like a 1.5. But $3 is not bad. If I put this out for $3, it probably would sell. But I'm hoping that there's like one or two that are very goods. Okay, 104, really fun cover. It's a lot of creasing. This one's probably only like, ooh, 2.5 or 3. All right, number 107. Yeah, this one's pretty ratty. So that's like a 2.0 maybe, 1.5 maybe. Number 123. It's chip. That one's pretty ratty too. So far, we're striking out condition-wise. Okay, 91. This one looks nicer. I'm going to pull this one out. This one needs an inspection. Okay, I'll get this out. Okay, it's semi-glossy. It's got a little bit of wear, like those kind of weary wrinkles, and the spine's beat up. But I think this is a good solid 4.0, so I'm happy with that one. This one probably would cost me like $10 in this condition. So we got a third of our value so far in one comic book. One or two more, and I will be thrilled. The rest will just be fuller titles until I can get nicer ones. But I'd like to get at least like a 4.0 so they're very presentable. Okay, all right, so that one was good. Okay, number 89, fun cover. This one looks like it's semi-better too, so let's pull that out. All right, this one, it's got some scratching, and so the spine feels slightly rolled. That does have a big chunk out there, so yeah, no, maybe like a 3.0 on that one. Not as nice. It presents well. It's a nice looking 3.0. Okay, so that one's not too bad. It's a pretty decent looking 3.0. You know, it probably costs $5 to $10. Okay, we have number 106. Really fun cover. Love that one. Okay, this one. This is not too bad. This might be a solid 4.0. Yeah, that one's pretty good too. That's probably like a $10 issue in that condition. So far we got two that are kind of like that 4.0 better shape. 120, this one looks like it has a lot of stainage, lower grade on that one. And then 114, really cool monster one. Oh, I love that. It's funny. This one, it looks like it has enough creasing. It might be slightly lower grade, so that's a little bit of a bust. And then 121 looks really beat. So the price I paid, I think there's two decent issues. These two that would probably cost me like $10 each. So I paid $10 for 8, so that's like $1. If I put these out in my shop for like $3 to $5 each, these probably would sell. So I'm not too upset with this lot. I think having a couple that are in decent shape, it's a win for me. I'm really happy with that. All right, awesome. Okay, this is a 1 in 50 ratio variant that I purchased recently on eBay. I was just randomly looking for something else and it popped up. I was like, you know what? That's pretty cool. Ended up costing $29.99 shipped. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, so the comic book is strapped in. It was packaged pretty well. Okay, so we have X-Men number 18. It's the 1 in 50 David Finch variant. I love David Finch artwork and I love Magic. So I thought this was a really fun cover. 30 bucks. You know, you're gonna have to, when you're buying a 1 in 50 cover, you're gonna have to pay up, especially if it's a beautiful cover. So I'm really happy with that. I thought that was a really cool cover. Okay, so Thomas in Argentina has been trading with me, and he had a whole other pile of Ziggy stuff and other fun things for me. So he ended up putting his entire comic book want list on Comic Book Realm. And in Comic Book Realm, on your wish list, you can do a thing where you can print out all the covers. So he did that, and he created a PDF. He sent it to me. I printed it all out, so it made it so much easier for me to hunt for comic books for him. Yep. And I ended up going to one of my local comic shops yesterday, and I found a whole pile of comic books for him, plus some cool stuff for myself. So let's dig through this bag and see what I got. Okay, so this was a bit of a shopping spree. Normally, I just don't buy this much at once of kind of more expensive stuff. Like this issue is 60 bucks, but it's a decent, like very fine copy of X-Men 137. Gorgeous cover. But I like, that's fair market value, basically. I was willing to pay that, though, because I am trading with Thomas for a bunch of Ziggy stuff and rare Argentinian comic books and things that I just can't get in the U.S. So it's basically, I was just making a purchase. I just happened to be making that purchase by finding some comic books for him. So a little bit of effort with the purchase. So X-Men 137, gorgeous comic book. X-Men number 135, another gorgeous cover. This one was 75, very nice, very fine copy. X-Men 171, very fine copy. I think the back had a little bit of a wrinkle. This is, I think, the first issue that Rogue is in the comic book, or where she joins the X-Men. So that's a really cool key issue. Love that one. 171. X-Men 199. Love that comic book. That's one of my first comic books I ever got. X-Men 169. Accidentally grabbed 2 copies. Very fine copies, though. So one of those, I think, is going into my collection. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures number 15. Marvel Premiere number 35. So those were 5. X-Men 179. That was 5. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 18 was $5. Very cool. Number 19 is $5. These are all kind of like mid-grade. They all have a little bit of a creasing or wear, but this stuff is just so hard to get in high grade just because, you know, it's kids' comic books. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles presents Mighty Mutanimals number 1. That is awesome. He's really excited to get that. And then the miniseries number 1, which is also very cool. $5. And both those I think are in decent shape. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 8. Spider-Woman number 1, very nice, very fine, the near mint copy. You saw I got one as a present last video, and I wanted to keep that one because it was a gift, but he really wanted one, so I was happy to be able to grab one for him. Howard the Duck number 14, awesome cover. First issue special number 12 with Starman, that is really cool. Okay, and then this one was for me. It's Wendy and Willie number 2, Bob Osner artwork. Love his artwork. I love how fun, cute, and whimsical it is. So for $5, why not? Not in the best shape, but it was cheap. Action Comics number 232. Now, this one they had at $5. It has a water stain right here, right? And it's kind of wrinkled up top. I'll go pull that up. So we got like this wrinkle right here, water stain. And then in the back, you can see the water stain is through here. But it doesn't feel brittle. I think it got wet and then it dried relatively quickly. It's not one of those like wet. Sometimes when they get wet and they sit in the water for a while, the paper gets really brittle. This paper feels very solid, and the rest of the issue is very clean. Like maybe a little bit of a tear right there. I feel like this is one that you could just do a little bit of conservative work to, and it would be a gorgeous, gorgeous copy. So for $5, I want to grab some of this stuff because I love watching Jerry the Jitterbug just fix up his comic books. So I feel like I'm going to start grabbing a lot more older stuff. If I think it looks like it's a great candidate, just with a little bit of work, it'll get clean. So because one day I would like, you know, maybe when I'm a little bit older, maybe I'll relax and just make a hobby of fixing up these old comic books. So for $5, why not? Right? Cheap investment in something that looks like it could turn out really nice. Could not believe that was $5. Okay, and then we have Adventure Comics number 244, also $5. And this one is not bad. It's got like a little bit of a crease right there, but it's a solid like 4550 maybe for $5. Man, I need to go back to the shop and really dig through, because I want to grab any 10-cent DC I see for $5, especially if it's in like semi-decent condition, because that's an amazing price on those. Marvel Premiere number 46. This was on Thomas's list, but he said he didn't need this one, so I'm gonna end up keeping this one. Just a really awesome George Perez cover, gorgeous artwork, so I'm keeping that one. Challengers of the Unknown number 52 for $3. Why not? Amazing price. Life with Archie number 36, Adam Hughes variant for $3. That feels so undervalued to me, so I had to grab that. And then we had Archie meets Batman 66 number 3. I love these mashup issues. That's amazing to me. Archie meets Batman 66 number 2, another beautiful mashup issue. Love that. Metal Man number 12. I love the Metal Man for $4. Why not? Right? $4 for a cool Silver Age comic book that's not in bad shape, maybe like a 4.0. I am thrilled to get. Okay, so Metal Man number 17, Metal Man number 16. Man, those are awesome. Love those. And then Debbie Dates number 2. I just love these fun, cute, whimsical, like Archie clone comics that DC did. $10 in decent shape. I was happy to get that. Really awesome comics. I found so much. And when I bought these, I also bought the Betty and Veronica number 1 slab. So I had a fun day buying comic books yesterday. This is another Mercari, what I call like a condition gamble. It's 14 comic books for $31.99. So that's like, what, $2.50 each-ish. So it's pretty cheap. It's Silver Age stuff, maybe a little bit Golden Age stuff. And I like buying lots like this because you never know. If you get one comic book that's like a 5.0 or better from this era, that could be worth way more than the $30 I spent. So let's open it up and see what's inside. The comics are just kind of wedged into this box with no padding, just a bag. Oh, no padding on the bottom. So again, this is kind of a condition gamble. What did I pay? I paid $2.50 a comic book. $2.50 a comic book. They can be kind of low grade. That's super cheap. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, we have a 1960 Walt Disney's Uncle Scrooge. Lowish grade, probably like a 3.35. Number 30. Maybe a 3, maybe a 2.5 even, because there's a lot of staining. But it's pretty solid. There's like one rip there, but there's no chunks missing. Pretty happy with that. Patsy Walker number 90. Oh, this one is missing a chunk out of the back. So that's a bomb. I probably mostly bought this collection just for this issue. So having the chunk out the back, that's kind of lost. I lose. I'm a loser. All right, Walt Disney's Comic and Stories number 203. Low-ish grade, but still, you know, I paid $2.50. Honestly, a lot of the stuff, if I put out for $5 a piece in my shop, it would sell. Dennis the Menace number 42. Low-ish grade. So Walt Disney Scamp, what number is that? Number 13. So that's cool. Little Lulu. Number 133. Sweetheart Diary. Okay, that one is super cool. It is cut right there. If it wasn't for that cut, this would actually be one of the nicer comic books in the lot. Because you don't really get this older... What year is this? Is it number 60 for 1961? Yeah, you don't get this earlier 10-cent romance stuff for very cheap. Not in the best shape, but still very cool. Okay, we have Jerry Lewis, number 66. That's, I think, a Bob Ostner cover. Awesome cover. I love that one. This one's actually not too bad. Right? It's a little bit stained, and it has the name written on it, but overall, it's probably like a 4, 4.5. Actually really happy with that. That one's probably worth 10, 15 bucks. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we have Tasty Freeze comic books with Dick Tracy, 1957. Okay, not in the best shape. It's torn, but oh, that splash page is fun. I love these ice cream people. Oh, this is a cool comic book. It's probably a reprint of an earlier story. Okay, I feel, even though it's in bad shape, I feel like that one's probably got some value to it. So $2.50 was great on that. Tweety and Sylvester in really terrible shape. Okay, 13 going on 18. Let's see what number this is. Oh, oh, that's kind of fun. Okay, the most valuable thing in here is some original 1950s children's artwork. That is actually kind of fun. She just, whoever, she was drawing on some random piece of paper that, probably from her father, I guess. Okay, that is really cool. I actually really like that. Okay, Around the Block with Dunk and Low. That's a cool cover. I wish it wasn't water stained like that, but that was cool. And then Walt Disney's Chip and Dale. This one's not too terrible. number 23. Probably like a 3.5. I'm actually, that's not too bad. And then Walt Disney's Comic and Stories 229. Okay, overall, I'm happy with it a lot. I think there's one or two, like, especially this issue is not bad. That kind of made up for most of the lot. So yeah, the price I paid was great on those. I'm happy with that. Okay, this is the first time I've tried buying something from Hip Comic. I was watching Alex the Comic Hoarder, and he had, a sponsored video, so I tried the link. I was supposed to get 15% back. I don't think I got it yet, so I got to figure out what that's about. But the price I paid for this comic, I paid $124.65. It looks like it's in decent condition. I think he called it 6.0 for what this comic book is. That's actually really high, but it's very tanned. So I'm going to look at it. We're going to see. I think it was a great price, but we're going to open it up and see how nice it looks. All right, let's open up this package. Okay, get this comic book out of here, in the bag, in the box. Okay. Put it in priority boxes in there. Okay, so that's not too bad. A little protection inside the comic book. Let's see. Let's take a close look at this comic. Okay, so we have Patsy Walker number 12, one of my favorite covers from the line that I've really wanted since I started collecting them like 5 years ago. And usually you just don't see them, and when you do, they're beat up. So this one looked relatively nice. They listed at, I think, like a 6 or 6.5. So 6.5. Let's look at it. Although it looks like it was originally $25. No, $125. Okay, so they had it at $125. I paid about that with shipping, so I guess that's what I paid. I paid $125, and they said it was a 6.5. Let's take a look at this sucker. Okay, there's a little bit of a acid burn line right there, just slight. Yeah, it looks really nice. It doesn't have gloss because I don't think these ones were glossy back there, but it does have like a sheen to it. It's not covered in like a layer of soot and grime. Back cover is nice. It's a little bit yellowed, but overall, it's a beautiful copy. I am thrilled to get this. I think the price I paid was also really good. This probably should have cost me like $200. Fun artwork inside. Yeah, this probably should cost me about $200. Or if I had it graded, if this is graded, it's probably like $200 to $300 out of 6.5. Beautiful. I feel like if it was, if it is a 6.5, which it might be close. It might be a little bit under, not 100% sure, but it looks really nice. Yeah, I am thrilled. Okay, that was awesome. I'm going to have to look at this vendor and maybe see if he has anything else really cool to buy, because I am happy with that. Okay, we have another Mercari Gamble package. It was 10 comic books for $30.99, so that's like $3 a comic book. Again, it's Silver Age, Golden Age stuff. If the condition is just right, it's a bargain, right? It could be, if there's some 5.0s in here, they could be $30 a comic book. If they're, kind of beat up, maybe they're only worth the $3. But either way, I thought it was a great price and it was worth checking out. All right, let's open up this package. Okay, this is another Gamble box. I think it's from the same vendor as I got the other Disney comic books from. So yeah, it looks like more of the same. Let's check it out. Okay, so these are $3 a piece. We'll see. It's more of a condition gamble. Again, sometimes I like buying these lots, hoping that a few fall into that like very good or better condition wise. So we have Dell Giant number 1. That's pretty cool. Not in the greatest shape, but still just being number 1, that's pretty awesome. Walt Disney's Pollyanna, or I think it's Dell 4 color 1129. That is fun. Little Lulu. This one is number 135. It might be loose. Yeah, I feel like there's some pages loose in there, so I don't know if that will be complete. Okay, so we have Patsy Walker number 93. When I bid on the lot, I only saw that much, but I saw it was 93, and it looked like the white was not too bad, so I basically gambled on the lot for this issue. What I didn't see was that it was colored in by Sue. Still, it's not too bad looking of an issue, so it's kind of just fun to have. Sometimes stuff like this is just fun to have. It's not like the best issue, but it has some, character to it. Sue was bored one day and decided she needed purple hair. That is cool. Okay, we have Fury or Dell 4 color 1080. Not too bad. Tip Top Comics. What number is this? Number 214 with the Peanuts. That is cool. I like getting the old Peanuts comic books. Old Bugs Bunny. That is fun. Ricky Nelson or Dell 4-color 1115. Oh, that one's missing the back cover though. Low grade. Elmer Fudd or Dell 4-color 1131. I'm slowly collecting all the Dell 4 colors just by buying lots like this because they're so cheap to buy them this way. And then Peter Gunn, Dell 4-color 1087. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that lot. I paid cheap enough on those. Nothing like jumped out of super awesome condition, but it was just still a really fun lot. I found this small dollar bin haul I made last year, and I thought it was just a lot of really awesome comic books, so it was worth checking out. All right, let's go through this stack. Okay, let me go through this dollar bin pile. These are comic books that my friend Sean saw at the comic shop, and he messaged me. He said they had a whole bunch in the dollar bin. So I didn't think about it at first, but a week later I went and I realized this is what he was talking about. I was like, oh man, I should have went quicker, but I did get most of them, I think. So we have, I don't know if this is Secret Warriors number 2 or Moon Girl number 2. I think it's Secret Warriors number 2. But with a cool Moon Girl cover. I gotta double check that. Yeah, I guess it's just Secret Warriors, but super cool Moon Girl cover. Plus Miss Marvel cover. I want to get all the Miss Marvel comic books. I'm always happy to pick up something with her on the cover for $1. So I thought that was super awesome. Okay, we have Ultimates number 9 with the Kenneth Rocafort cover. I think he's really underappreciated. I love his artwork. Gorgeous cover, and for $1, I'll grab that. I love just the way he textures and details things. Awesome. Okay, we have Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur number 12. I think this series is going up in value, so I'm happy I grabbed a whole bunch for $1. I probably have a bunch of these already, but I'm just going to keep grabbing them out of dollar bins until I can't find them anymore. Okay, we have number 11. Really cool sideways cover. Love that gorgeous cover. Number 13. It's a fun cover. Number 8. So some lower numbers, which are cool. Number 9. Really happy to get that. Number 10 with Miss Marvel, which is super cool. Number 14. And I don't have any of the variants of the series. I really have to work on getting those because the prices are just getting kind of ridiculous. Number 15 with Ironheart. That is super cool. Number 23. Number 22. Number 20. Number 2. That's nice. Number 2 has probably got some value. The Ultimates number 4, another Kenneth Rocafort cover. Love this cover. I just like the way his line work. There's just something about it that just very expressive and it's beautiful. I love that. I'll pick those out for $1 any day. The Ultimates number 5, another Kenneth Rocafort cover. Amazing. Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur number 3. That's sweet. So I think my friend Sean probably grabbed the number 1 in the box just because he likes number 1s. And number 1 is like $100 now, so he got a good deal on that. But I'm happy I was able to get a bunch of the lower numbers besides that. I have a bunch of number 1s though, so not the end of the world. Number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 19, number 18, number 17, number 16, X-Men Gold number 23, David Nakayama cover. I'll grab whatever he does too for $1. I love his artwork. That's awesome. And then the Ultimates number 8, another beautiful Kenneth Rocafort cover. I love all these like little spirals and just the way the lines look. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about his style that just really resonates with me. Awesome, awesome cover. All right, so yeah, Alva Dollar Bin, those are a lot of really fun comic books. Okay, well, my regulars dropped off this bag of comic books for me to purchase. I don't know what's inside it, but his stuff is always a ton of fun. You've seen his stuff in previous videos. He sells me like really cool indie stuff, usually a lot of Star Wars stuff, and just other really fun things. I like what he collects and he chooses to buy and read, because then I get it, and it's just really fun stuff. All right, so let's go through that bag and see what's inside. Okay, so this is a mystery bag. I have no idea what is in here. So we have a Norman Mailer, The Naked and the Dead book. Batman, The Long Halloween trade paperback. Orphan and the Five Beasts number 4, James Stokey cover. I love his artwork. It's so much fun to me. Oh, this is backwards. Ooh, okay, we got Critters. So this is, Grimjack number 26. Nothing too exciting. Alice Ever After number 1, a beautiful Jenny Friesen cover. That's awesome. Happy to add that to my collection. Chicken Devil number 4. Number 2. Bloodstrike Brutalist. Looks like it was autographed. Ooh, that's cool. So we have Red Sonja number 25 Arthur Adams cover. That's gorgeous. Ooh, that's cool too. A really beautiful Star Wars The Clone Wars Peach Momoko Darth Maul cover. Wow, that is gorgeous. Okay, JLA Avengers. So this is the newer reprint, I think, that collects all 4 volumes. That is super cool. I actually really wanted that. Okay, that is fun. First little stack is awesome. Oh, and the I thought it was full of comic books, but it looks like the rest of it is just a whole bunch of DVDs. Which, oh, I love Enemy Mine and Alienation. Blind Fury, I didn't know they put that on DVD. That's cool. Yeah. The Sleep with Anger. Star Wars Rebels, Season 1 and 2. Star Wars Ewok Adventure. Star Wars Clone Wars. Star Wars Clone Wars. Those are cool. The cool kid will get those, I think. Oh, and then this is the whole Clone Wars Season 1 through 5 Blu-ray set. I think I'm going to give that to the cool kid, too. He loves Star Wars. Smooth Talk. We have a Criterion Collection. Clone Wars The Lost Missions. Yeah, just a whole bunch of Blu-rays. Okay, I thought it was a lot more comic books, but it ends up that it's just a whole bunch of Blu-rays and DVDs, which I'm just not as excited for, but you know, it'll be good for the shop. And the comic books I did get are amazing. Ooh, that was a ton of fun. I love going through piles of comic books with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.